Data Analytics Lab number 1. So we're going to have 3 lab sessions on R programming, and we'll be started from very beginning of R. So as the first lab, so first of all, so I just want to briefly describe how to install R for a Windows machine. Okay, so first thing you have to do is to launch your web browser. So I'm using Chrome, but it really doesn't matter. So if you launch your web browser, you need to go to the Comprehensive R Archive Network. So abbreviation is CRAN. So so you could search CRAN and R in your web browser using Google or Baidu or some search engines. If you hit enter, so usually the first website you get is the official website of R. You click on that. Okay, so now we are in the official website of R. So you can see there are 3 options of R. So Linux, Mac, and Windows. So we can go to Windows version here, and you can, if you could click on that, so you can. Okay, also we have a base link in here, so we can click on base link, and now you have a download R for Windows. If you click on that, so the download will automatically start. So the download will okay, so the download is finished. So I'm going to click on this, and so you can run this. Okay, now you get several options of the languages in here. The number of choices in terms of the translated and translations that you can choose from. So I choose English as the default one. You can click on OK. So we're gonna just click through on the installer. Click next. So this is just a general public license in here. So feel free to read it through, and you can just click on that. Okay, so usually the default installation directory is fine, so you can click on that. So, and the default user installation is fine because this is kind of installation setup so you can choose from. If you know you have a 32 bits of machines, a little bit older machines, you can click on that. Or by default, so installation will have 2 versions in both. So we can click on next. So usually you can just accept all the default installations, and also you can customize your startup. So in here I just want to customize our startup and show what options we have. Okay, this is 2 options, MDI and SDI. So MDI is like you want R running in a very big window, and everything is inside this big window. And SDI is everything is running a separated Windows. So I personally think separated Windows might be working a little bit better. Okay, so now the next one is the help file. So usually HTML help file looks a little bit nicer. So we'll click on that. So I think it's always be a good idea to have a shortcut into your main menu, start menu folder. And also we can create a desktop icon. So if you click on next, that's automatically installing R into our computer. So that just takes a few seconds. Okay, now the installation has been finished. So we can click the finished. Then I'm going to have the icons in here. So you can see this is the icon we got, and we got another icons. So this is for the 64 bits and 32 bits. So if I click on this, 62 bits. Now, okay, so we're running R. Okay, so the next one I want to introduce is how to install the RStudio on your computer. I think it's a very simple process, and it only involves a few steps. And the first thing, I think you must have R already installed. So this is something I have to mention. Before you install RStudio, R has to be installed already on your computer. So once you installed R already, you can go to the RStudio website by searching RStudio. Okay. So usually the first results you get is just the RStudio websites. So if you click on this, and you will find download RStudio. If you click on download RStudio, you will have several choices. So, okay, so RStudio desktop, this is something we need. So we can see this is an open source license, and this is also free to use. And you may also notice there's an RStudio server, which is also open source and free to use. So RStudio server is actually let you to access is running on the Linux server. It's an application on the Linux server that provides a sort of a web browser based interface to R. You may start RStudio server to access the larger CPUs and memories running on the server side instead of your local computer. So if you're running R for your local computer, which is usually the case, you're gonna using this one, so RStudio desktop. So in most of the cases, this is the one we need. So if you click on this, download, and the RStudio websites are going to automatically detecting the operating system you're running. So I'm running Windows, so this is the recommended one. So I'm going to click on this, and the download will be automatically started. Okay, so when the download is finished, you can just click on this. So in here, I don't want to just go through all the steps of installing RStudios. So by default, you can just accept all the default installations, because that's basically satisfying most of your requirements. So after you're installing R and RStudio, you're getting ready to do some basic calculations and coding in R.